What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, you guys? I am back. I am back finally. For those who's waiting, those who, I had one particular person try to hit me up. Like I told y'all about that. And it's no shade. It's no shade. It just really irritated me. But let me tell y'all this. When I say stuff irritates me or whatever, when y'all do that, it's not that I'm trying to be, and I don't want to come off mean spirited or anything. And I had to tweet this too because I love it. I love the fact that you guys look forward to my things, to my reviews or whatever, because I do love the interactions that we do. I do love looking at your content, on your comments and everything. But it was just a rough day last night. It was a rough day yesterday. It was a rough day last night. It's been a rough week this whole week, to be quite honest. Truthfully, I don't even realize and know how I was able to get all of the videos that I done out, because for some reason this week I think I truly actually do know what it was, but I don't know, like panic attack after panic attack after panic attack, anxiety attack. And I had one yesterday coming after work, literally the last 20 minutes of work. And I'm thinking that, it'll calm down and subside by the time I get home. I'm going outside, getting fresh air. I'm doing all that I need to do. And it just really didn't do what I thought it was going to do. So I literally had to sit on the phone with my sister, who's, like I told y'all before in another video, I will listen to my sister about anything because, she's in the medical field and, she knows a lot of stuff to do. And so her stuff, mainly it was her that kind of calmed me down and reassured me that I was okay. Because, I be a little paranoid, like, girl, what the heck is going on? And then I was on the phone with my friend as well, who was trying to, just talk me through it, because when I went through the big one that happened on Monday or whatever, was it Sunday night, Monday morning? Girl, I was on the phone with her, and I know exactly what triggered that. Because of something that we was talking about, and it's the friend that's sick, So we had that going on, and I was tired. All of this mess was affecting my sleep, okay? This has been the worst week of sleep that I've ever got. Baby, once I calmed down, it was probably like 10 o'clock. Ashley went to bed. And Ashley didn't wake back up till like 10 something, 11 something this morning, okay? So I got me some good sleep. I finally got me some good sleep, and I got to work on my sleep schedule as well. So that's what the holdup was. Hopefully everything will be okay for right now. I truly, as I look back on it, I just don't know how I got all these videos done this week though. But I apologize, stuff happens. But anyway, and thank y'all for, bearing with me. We just getting our life together. That's just all that it is. But hey, we back for Love After Lockup, season 4, episode 15. I'll be back later on tonight for Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion part 3. But let's just go into it because, girl, what is this? All right. So let's just get into it. It's called Felons for Life. All right. So, and please, let me put this out here. Don't take it. When I say, oh, I do not like it when y'all be hitting me up and be like, what happened with the video? What happened? Listen, don't take it as me being mean, because trust and believe, I appreciate and I love the fact that y'all love and looking forward to my videos. Girl, I just be going through some stuff. Because I honestly, and I was so mad because I really was looking forward to doing the video last night, because I just really wanted to see what y'all had to say after all the stuff that was going on with this show throughout the week or whatever. I really wanted to see what y'all had to say. But hey, stuff happens. Anyway, so we're back again. We get into the episode. It's called Felons for Life, we get Cameron and Aries, all right? At this point, Aries, you are really like, I don't want to call people stupid, but you kind of stupid, okay? You're a little dumb, okay? And I'm sorry to say it like that, but there's really, you're naive. I don't know what it is. Just about everybody on this show is just has a different level of stupidity, immaturity, and dumbness that's going on because, and this is water. Y'all, I just been drinking a whole bunch of water too, girl, I don't know, like, what is going on? Aries, you see this man, all right? He is showing you exactly what it is that you're about to be getting. He cannot even stay sober or whatever it is that he had up in his system. I don't know if it was just alcohol. I don't know if it was something else. But he did fail the breathalyzer test when she dropped him off to the halfway house, right? 2 weeks ago, okay? So he done failed the breathalyzer test. I don't know if it was after she left, so therefore he had to go back to jail for 2 weeks. I said, ain't this some stuff? You just been locked up for how many years, and you literally gonna put yourself in danger of going back to prison just because you want to have a drink or whatever. Baby, you can hold off, okay? You can hold off. That's what you should have did. Meanwhile, she finally get him out. She worrying about if this is what she got to deal with when he gets out, for real, and if he comes down there to Florida with her. I said, so you really finna take that man to Florida? You really finna bring this ragamuffin to your house around your daughter, Aries? It was just really bothering me because I'm looking at Cameron and I'm just like, of course he's been locked up for 2 weeks, okay? So of course he look a little rough, he look a little scruggly or whatever, but it's just the way he speaks about certain things. It's just his actions and everything, and it is not somebody that I want around a child. I'm sorry, and especially a daughter. And then you up here talking about, I got to make sure this is the man that be up in my daughter's life because this is going to be the only man that's up in her. Girl, please, find some better. Find something better down there in Florida, okay? I just don't understand, and then he gonna propose to her. He proposed to her, y'all, right outside the correctional facility. First of all, you love me, you wanna be with me. What you not gonna do is propose to me right at some regular, correctional facility. No, we're not gonna do that, baby. You better do all the pumps and circumstance for me, baby, okay? After all the stuff that I done did for you, after I done held you down, you can hold it down for us. That's the only thing that you really have to do. Baby, go out your way to goddamn propose to me, okay? Don't do it off the whim, because then I'm gonna be looking at you funny like, what's the reason? All of a sudden, he trying to make it seem like he had already brought the ring. This is according to Cameron. He had already brought the ring before he got locked up the second time, and he just really wanted to marry her. She was holding him down and all this stuff, and of course she said yes. And I said, why? You having all these doubts, you saying all this stuff, and then you hear him talking about let's go get married right now. See, I can't trust a man or not even just a man. I can't trust a person like Cameron, because they do stuff right off the fly and they're extra. It's one thing to be spontaneous, but then it's another to be extra spontaneous, and then you just, he like a little bit too much risk, okay? You just don't know which type of way he gonna flow or go. He act like, I don't like to diagnose people, but do he got some like hyper, what is it, ADHD or something? He need to check into that. Because he just be bouncing off the walls. And granted, that possibly ain't even it. He possibly just excited the fact that he out in the free world now. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm just like, Aries, you up here talking about why you want to get married right now? You want to get married right now? He said, yeah, like right now, today. I said, no, ma'am. No, sir, we not finna do this. I said, Aries, give it back. Give it back, okay? Because if you can't respect me enough to let me have what I want to have, or at least have a couple of my family members come down because of whatever agenda you got going, the reason why he want to hurry up and get married is so that he can go ahead and get down there to Florida. He can be paroled to Florida. I said, Aries, let that man go. Let that man go. Now he up there talking about after this time, like, I really see that I really want to do better. I want to try to do. You should have did that when you first came out. Okay, you should have did that when you first came out. But hey, that's neither here nor there. I don't know, something about them two. It's just not giving me much. But I'm a little more so concerned about, I just don't want him around her daughter, and I just feel like Aries is making a big mistake. Also, we get to Ashley and Travis. So Ashley and Travis, I don't know. At certain points, okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There are certain points in just about every person's story where I feel as though, okay, well, maybe they do really love each other, but then something happened that makes me snap back and be like, he could possibly be playing her, or she could be playing him, or whatever. And that's just how it is with Ashley and Travis. Ashley is so deep and heads over heels for this man that she is really trying to get this man to be in the jewelry world with her. A bank robber, a addict, okay, who literally just told us on this episode that, you know, he did whatever he had to do to fund his drug habit. And I'm just sitting here like, Ashley, girl, what are you doing? You know, got him the little metal detector thing that you go out to the sand and you try to detect to see if it's some, you know, some stuff in the sand or whatever. That was cute. I'm not even gonna lie, because, you know, he said he wanted to be a treasure hunter when he was growing up or whatever. Got him a little shirt, got him a little metal detector. Baby, I'm gonna need him to stop pulling his socks up all the way up like that, okay? It's giving slight, no, I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say it's giving slight cultural appropriation, but let me stop, because every time I see somebody with their socks pulled up, even though it's not designated to one particular group of persons or whatever, but every time I see somebody just like that with them dicky shorts on or whatever, I think you know, the culos and the chulos or whatever, you know, Chicanos out here and out there in LA, you know what I'm saying? Baby, that's the culture all in itself. We'll get on that sometime later. Because y'all, I don't know if y'all heard that stuff about Gwen Stefani. Since we want to talk about cultural appropriation, Gwen Stefani said basically, you know, she just Japanese because her daddy and them, they used to be out there in Japan all the time. Baby, you know what? We can do a whole video that can last like hours talking about the way Gwen Stefani has culturally appropriated a whole bunch of cultures. And we let that stuff slide back in the day. We let it slide because the music was good. Let me tell you something. The music was good. It was good. So we just let it slide. Gwen Stefani was just about everybody except for a black person. She was Scarlett Johansson before Scarlett Johansson became Scarlett Johansson. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, moving on from that, they on the beach, they having a good time or whatever. She was like, bitch, it is hot up in here. I got the heat up. That's because it's warm outside. That's why. But anyway, you know, she talked about something, yeah, baby, this is just the start. We're going to do this or whatever. I got a boat for us. You know, she being nice to him. And he like, wow. And sometimes when I look at Travis, he do talk to Ashley with admiration a little bit. He do seems appreciative. But then there's those moments where he's looking at stuff like when they're looking at houses or, you know, just driving and looking at different other things. It's almost as if, I don't know why, maybe because he robbed the bank. It just seems like, yeah, I like this so I can case it. I don't know. That's just what it is right about now. And at this point, we truly don't know if he really wants to be with Ashley or if he's truly just putting on a show for her. And that's just how it is for a lot of these people on this show right now, especially this season. And it's like, girl, this cute or whatever, you know, showing him the words, got a little private boat and all this stuff. But then this is what I cannot stand, right? I can't stand the way that they be editing these shows and they be like, you know what? We having a good time right now, but at the same time, I don't know how he gonna feel because I do got a secret. I gotta tell him something. And I'm pretty sure that the secret is because they kept alluding to the fact and saying that, you know, he wants to be like, they want to be, or at least him, and he wants them to be like this couple that's taking over the jury world, you know, getting their millions and all this stuff because they're working in the jury world legally and all that stuff, whatever it is that Ashley does in there, you know. And I guess from what I'm going to assume and what it feels like they're trying to get at that her secret is, because remember when we saw in the preview, he was like, man, that's all the money that you got, you ain't got nothing else or whatever. I'm assuming that things are not going according to plan financially. Like she's not rolling in the dough financially now because, you know, things have gone awry and, you know, times are hard or whatever. And, you know, recession is coming in and all of that stuff. So who knows? But I don't know, like Ashley and Travis, all right, girl. She's head over heels for him. He's acting head over heels for her. I don't know if they still together. Don't put it down in the comments. Don't spoil it because we want to watch it together. Moving on from that, Nathan and Skyla. Please get them off my show, okay? because I don't know, like something is off with him. Something is really off with him. And then in my reality, realizing the reason why that girl went back to jail, the reason I just wouldn't be back with him. I wouldn't be back with the person that caused me to go back to jail. I just couldn't. Okay, love is blind to take over your mind. What you think is love is truly not. But you got to elevate and find. I want Skyla to take that into consideration. Okay, and I want Nathan to go get himself some help as well, because mentally, you know, it don't take much to see that something ain't all the way connected up in Nathansville, okay? It's not all the way connected there. The trains don't meet, you know what I'm saying? The trains of the cars keep disconnecting like this, you know, and it's supposed to go like that, you know what I'm saying? They keep going like this and stuff, and I just don't understand what's happening and why she can't see it. And then we realized that he was a drug addict as well. Baby, I thought he was just out here stealing cars, okay? And that was the reason why he was in jail, but baby, he's an addict as well. I said, oh, so both of y'all was doing that fentanyl stuff. Like, I am still blown away that you could actually just buy fentanyl regularly. Like, you, and I don't know, I think that it's because when we hear about people that pass away, especially like celebrities or whatever, because that's when I truly first started hearing about fentanyl. I don't even know if it was prior. I don't even know if it was before Prince passed away, but I know Prince did have fentanyl in his system and all that stuff, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, most of the time when I used to hear about people passing away with fentanyl, it's because they did not know that their drugs was laced with it. But now I'm really, see, this is, baby, this is how I just know the drug world ain't work for me. Because listen, I am so amazed. Like y'all really going out there on the streets and just buying fentanyl, like pure fentanyl. Like, that stuff is dangerous. Baby, they got to be careful when they do it at the doctor, at the hospital. And let me tell you something, that is something, I have fentanyl before. That is what they use to knock you out while you doing surgery and stuff. Baby, when I had girl, what did I do? When I had endoscopy? Endoscopy. They was going down my esophagus trying to check, because that's when I had acid reflux real bad, and they realized what it was, and they was just trying to make sure my esophagus and all of that stuff was just intact, which it was, well, together, and it wasn't messed up, which it was fine. You know, they gave me propofol and fentanyl at the same time. I said, what? They really knocked me out. They really knocked. That's how I was, okay? I woke up, I said, y'all finna do it. They said, girl, we already did it. I said, what? And when I tell you I was in a daze and doozy and all of that stuff, girl, it was just a mess. So imagine just going out on the street and just really just buying that. And then, you know, y'all doing it together, so both of y'all are high as hell. And, like, one can't be there for the other if something happened. That is scary. See, this is why I can't do hard drugs. Oh my goodness, I just couldn't do it. Like, they're scaring me. But anyway, you know, they wake up, you know, Skyla up there talking about some, oh, it was just, I thought it would be so weird, you know, cuddling with somebody or whatever, because I've been without anybody in my bed for the past 18 months. You mean to tell me this man had you sent back to jail for 18 months just because you missed curfew arguing with his insecure butt? Are you serious? Skyla, you must have needed a break from your people or whatever. That's what it was. You must have really wanted to go back. I just don't understand, because I'm not finna risk it. I'm not finna risk it for some insecure person. No. And then come back to him? Like, are you desperate? Are you pathetic? Are you really that in love? Like, I can love you, but baby, we're gonna have to love each other from afar, because this just ain't gonna work. This just ain't gonna work. I just don't have time trying to worry about people like that when I don't need to. Come on. Girl, she up there making a bed. He down there making. I said, Nathan, we ain't in jail no more. What is this concoction that you put together? I'm looking at it, and he said, oh, that's the muffin, and that's this. Because at one point I said, are those oranges? And what's the stuff in the middle? Girl, he said muffin, a donut, or something else. And I said, what the heck? It just didn't look right. Skyla tried to eat it and said, you know, I mean, it's decent or whatever. It's what I'd probably eat if I ain't had nothing else to eat. If there's really nothing else to eat and that was just it, I eat it. But then she said, you know, because he was like, he about to go to work. You know what I'm saying? And she said she was about to go get her hair done, right? She about to go get her hair done with her friend Gracie that she met in the halfway house, right? Mind you, Nathan is like, so you're going to be good today? We're not going to get in trouble in today? We're going to be aware of our surroundings today? We're not going to do this? I said, first of all, you're not going to talk to me like I'm a little kid. Because that's literally how he was talking to her. Like Skyla was 5 years old and we're about to go to pre-K. You know what I'm saying? Like she about to go to daycare or whatever. Oh, we're gonna be daddy's good little girl, aren't we, huh? Yeah, daddy, we're gonna be good. That's how he was talking to her. And that's how she was talking back. And I was just sitting here like, maybe we need to be concerned about you. Okay, but see, in the process of that, we find out that Gracie is the one that probably could get, and I understand, when you've been with somebody that's just getting out of prison and you know what their charges are, you know they have a history of doing stuff, you do want to keep them on the straight and narrow. But you got to understand these are people that's going to make their own decisions whether you try to help them out or not. Whether, you know, you tell them don't do this, don't do that or whatever. They're going to make their own decision, okay? It's only so much that you can do. But at the same time, Miss Skyla, what is your problem? Why are you hanging out with Gracie and then gonna say, I mean, Gracie, she's still up in the halfway house, but she the one that's gonna be sneaking out so we can go get our hair done. What? So now it's a possibility that if she get caught out there with you because y'all want to get y'all hair done, because we went to the shop and I was looking at them trying to see exactly what the hell it is that they was doing to the hair. And I said, what did they do? They washed it, blow dried it, conditioned it, rinsed it out and blow dried it again. Probably put a little bit of highlights in it, but that was basically it. That what me, girl, and see, I want people to because I have a lot of white folks that watch me. Okay, I'm just put it out there. You know, some caucasoids that watch me. Y'all cool or whatever, because y'all ain't never done nothing to me. Y'all show me all the utmost respect. And so y'all probably be learning some stuff about us, and I'll probably be learning some stuff about y'all up in the comments or whatever. So I need somebody to tell me, y'all spend all that money to go to the shop when y'all actually go to the salon, you know, and just to get y'all hair to look like it ain't been done. No offense. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because when black folks especially, we go to the shop and we get our hair done or whatever, we style that thing. You know what I'm saying? We get our little straightener sometimes. We get a blowout. You get the silk press. You know, we get probably some curls that be up in there for a minute. We get to style it in so many different ways. Like you see, when I get my hair done, you know, I get you know, it braided. I get a little style up in there, get a little fishtail going, maybe two, get a little ponytail, braided up ponytail and all that stuff. It looks like I got my hair done, not just washed and blew out and then it still looked the same when I just came up in there. So what type of styles do y'all get and how long do they last? And please, again, I'm not trying to start now. I'm really just asking a question. So if I'm offending y'all, I apologize in advance. But I really want to know, girl, because what the hell did they go to the salon to do? And I bet you it cost over $100 to do all of that. Mind you, when I go get my hair done, you see all of this, I get a deep wash, a conditioner, I get it blow dried, I get it first I get it retwisted and then blow dried and style. You wanna know how much I pay for all of this? And I'm talking about all of this. You wanna know how much I pay? I pay $80 and then I give a $20 tip. So $100 altogether, each and every time. And my shit be looking good. Girl, how much y'all be paying? Like, anyway, I'm sorry. Somebody probably got offended. I feel it. I apologize. But I just be wanting to know. Because I was just looking at Skyla and them hair when they, especially Gracie, when they got back up in the car. I was just like, girl, what? Meanwhile, they sitting up in there talking about, you know, her being out and, you know, how do you feel being... Girl, I was with Gracie. I don't feel like two addicts need to be together. Two previous addicts need to be together. No. Because he worried about what she doing. She worried about what he doing because he not texting her. All this stuff or whatever. Trying to see if he didn't jump off the bandwagon and get back on drugs and all that stuff because they both used to use fentanyl. And it was just a mess. I said, I ain't got time for it. Listen, we come to find out that he got upset at Skyla because he saw that she was talking to some dudes or whatever, somebody up in her phone. And then He wanted to go on for hours and hours and hours, money long, talking about this whole situation, getting into an argument about her talking or having some other dudes up in her phone. And that was the reason why she missed curfew, which got her back into jail. Of course, he said it was something different. She said, no, that's not what it was, to the producers, right? And I'm just sitting here like, just ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. And then you gonna come back to the man? You gonna come back to the man? I just not. And then you getting in your feelings and concern because he's not answering the phone. He's not texting you back. I said the man is at work. And she was like, well, he always be texting me back and hitting me up whatever when he at work because he got his phone on him. And I said, I mean, I guess because I do the same thing, but she's give me a time or whatever. Girl, they go over there to the house to see what's going on. And she was like, oh my God. And I'm sitting here like, why y'all trying to make it seem like Nathan, they gonna find Nathan passed out on the floor or something. 9 out of 10, Nathan probably got something cute in his world playing for her, and he was just trying to surprise her with it, and that's why he wasn't answering the phone. Y'all know by this time we should know how they be editing stuff or whatever. But anyway, I need Nathan and Skyla to get off my TV because I feel like Nathan on his verge to do something that he gonna regret. Moving on from that, Justine and Michael. Like, it was a lot of mixed comments. I say the comments were 50-50 from, you know, the situation that happened with Justine and the grandma. Or I should say Michael mama. Now, see, at the end of the day, I still feel like Michael mama was wrong because Justine was right there. And it's one thing to talk about how you want, because I don't know. We still don't know at this point in time if Michael's mama is those kids' guardian or not. But either way, it's one thing to keep the focus on your kids or whatever, but then what got me and made me come to my conclusion of what I said last week was the fact that she was talking about, she was basically shitting on Justine's parenting about, you know, letting her daughter get a tattoo, letting her daughter get, you know, belly rings and all that or whatever it was, a piercing. And I'm just sitting here like, why are you judging her? And has her child done anything bad? Has her child acted out? Is her child in jail? You're up here, you know, judging this woman about how she's raising her kids and you don't want your granddaughters or whatever, your grandkids to be raised that way or be, you know, following in that footsteps and all that stuff. But yet, where was... I mean, you can try to do all this and you could try to hinder, you know, kids from doing this and doing that. That's not going to stop them from doing what they want to do. They're going to find a way eventually, okay? They'll probably not do it under your guise or whatever, but when they're away from you and when they get older, that's when they just going to start, you know, doing all this stuff that you tried to prevent them from doing. I'm pretty sure, Miss Michael Mama, that you probably raised Michael right and you didn't want him up in the streets, but yet your son still ended up in jail for multiple years. Because he was doing what? Selling drugs. I'm pretty sure you didn't raise him that way. So somebody can judge you on your parenting that way or whatever. But either way, I just feel like mama overstepped. It's understand to have, you know, concerns or whatever. But she could have talked to Justine in a different way. And then Justine wouldn't have been so much on the defense and came at her. And then wouldn't have been so disrespectful on both parts. Because it was disrespectful on both parts. And, you know, I get both sides' frustration. And, you know, Justine was sitting there. And, you know, of course, Michael, like, y'all gonna have a conversation or whatever. She was like, I mean, we can have a conversation, but, you know, I apologize when she realized that she needs to apologize. And I get it. I get it, okay? And that's the thing. He got 2 headstrong women in his life, okay? At one point, y'all was acting like y'all was all here for each other, but now that the man is out, it's like a little flip. And I feel like if y'all was cool prior to this, this should not be something to be that y'all should let mess up y'all relationship, because prior to him being out of prison, they were cool. And I need everybody to get back on one accord, including that sister, okay? Including that sister, you know what I'm saying? Because like Justine said, y'all ain't had no problem when I was out, when he was up in prison and I was taking care of stuff or whatever. It's always like that. It's always like that. But, you know, they gonna fix that. I'm pretty sure Justine and his mama is gonna get back on the good foot. I hope they do. We don't need all this contention, because now Michael is gonna go meet up with Mocha. Justine, I'm gonna tell you this, girl. That man is out here trying to make a living for the family, okay? And I just feel like at this point, I get it, but you doing a little much. You doing a little much. How come Michael couldn't go do that business meeting on his own? Because you thought he was doing something else. Truth be told, Justine don't trust Michael. Justine don't trust Michael. And we realized that, you know, as much as I like Justine and Michael together, she truly 100% do not trust him. And I'm going to tell you why. If you trusted that man and that he was on the up and up and that he wouldn't put you in no messed up position, she wouldn't have went to the car dealership to try to make sure that he brought that car legally. Okay, if you truly 100% trust him and the people, you know, that he can use his better judgment this time around and not get himself caught up in something, you would have let that man go ahead and have that little business meeting with Mocha by himself. But of course, she had to be there, and they had to be in their matching fits, matching colors. That's cute or whatever, but baby, we're gonna have to start differentiating, okay? Let that man do what he gotta do. Michael up here trying to get a record deal, okay? The Mocha is the manager, that's what it seems like, and he trying to get him a record deal because, you know, he was out here before he got in jail. He used to go by the rap name Montana Mills. I'm gonna have to look that up. You know, I'm gonna have to look that up. Justine got her leg all up on him. I said, Justine, we know that's your man. Justine is like, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. Okay, you better hope your man don't leave you out here for dead while you up here doing all this clingy shit. But hey, it is what it is. You know, Mocha just talking business talk. Now, see, Mocha, let me tell you something. I was with you up until you told that man that he had to take his ring off because of the image. Now, granted, I understand that, you know, women be the biggest, and truth be told, that's just what it is. Women be the biggest support or fan group for any artist these days, especially rap artists and especially male artists, okay? But at the same time, you know, I get it that, you know, you want to put out this perception that, you know, you're a single available person or whatever. But these women, these fans, they don't care if you're married or not. A lot of these entertainers come into the industry and they have women, they have husbands, they have boyfriends or whatever. And people already know this, especially if they've been seeing them from the come up, from the bottom on up to where they at, you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel the need that he needed to take his ring off or whatever. And especially if we looking at it on TV that they got married while he was in jail, they know what the issue is and they know what the deal is. So, you know, that wasn't really necessary, Mocha. And you tried to make it seem like you ain't, you know, you was trying to soften the blow and be like, I mean, I get it, but you gonna have to take that piece of hardware off. I said, no, keep it on. Keep it on, okay? Do what you gotta do. Because at the end of the day, if this rap career don't go nowhere, your wife gonna still be the one that's still on your side, right? So go ahead and keep it there. He could still make it. Now, Michael went back there and, you know, spit a little hot 16. And I was sitting here like this. Because I let the utilities and the fertilities and the utilities and the do that. I said, oh, okay, that's cute or whatever. I need to hear something else. Here go Mocha. Yeah. Oh, my boy still got it. He spit that fire. I was like, it was cute. It was cute. It was cute for first time back out. You know, it was cute or whatever. But I need a little bit more before I can truly judge. You know, before I can truly judge. Because I feel like I'm just, when it comes to music, and especially when it comes to rap, I'm really like a harsh critic. And I just couldn't, I wouldn't want to work for like be a music critic or whatever, because I would literally listen to some of this stuff and be like, next, next, next. Oh, y'all would be mad at me if I did my own list. You see how they mad at the people at Rolling Stone for that 200 greatest vocals list of all time? Y'all would be truly mad at me, girl. Okay, but because I'd be like, what the heck is this? What the hell is this shit? This is what y'all call rap today? This is what y'all call R&B today? This is what y'all call pop? I feel like pop still pop a little bit, you know, because some of y'all pop still do go a little bit, so there's that. But anyway, it was cute. You know, Mocha said, you know, y'all might want to think about moving to Vegas. And Justine said, I ain't got no problem with that. I've been wanting to go. I said, oh, what about the kids? She said, my man, my man, my man. I said, all right. Okay. Moving on from that, Gabby and Chris. I want them gone. At this point, let's just have a serious conversation for a second. I addressed something that was already put, you know, and I kept the comment up, so y'all can probably go. It's probably still up there unless she deleted it, Miss Queen Leia or whatever. If she deleted it, she wanted to call. She called most of y'all anti-black. I'm just gonna put it out there. She called most of y'all anti-black because, and myself included, because people didn't like Chris, or people found Chris not to be physically attractive. People called, you know, we seemed him to be, you know, facially challenged or whatever. So I guess we're anti-black because we don't find that black man fine as hell or whatever, you know. But hey, it is what it is. I've already addressed that situation. I put it in a separate video. Y'all can go and watch it if you want to. But at the same time, we need to have a serious conversation, because WeTV, I feel like what y'all did right here, right now, I think it's truly messed up. And let's put our jokes to the side. I really feel it's messed up that y'all continued to actually go ahead and to show Gabby's and Chris' story. I don't care if a contract was made or whatever, because sometimes we've seen this happen where stuff comes up where, you know, certain members of a show, and we've seen their past come through or whatever, and even if it's in the middle of a season, they'll cut their scenes out. They will cut their scenes out. Or if it comes up when they're about to film the next season, they just won't film them, okay? Even if they've already filmed them, they won't add it in there. Case in point, I don't know if you guys watched the show Siesta Key on MTV. There was this guy on there named Alex who was like the main dude, who was a whore, and he dated everybody and just thought that he was hot shit because he was rich, okay? Mind you, he wasn't even all that fine, so I just didn't understand. He wasn't cute at all to me. I just didn't understand why people was fawning over him so much. So he was like, I guess you can say, the head of the whole group, you know? And when the first 2 seasons, I believe in like the 3rd season, he got cut out. He had got cut out in the middle of the season or whatever, because some of his past came out about, I think he was hurting animals, I think he was being racist or whatever, either or. They literally had him in the season, and when this came out, they cut his scenes out. They edited the rest of the season to cut his scenes out. I don't understand why y'all did not do that with Gabby and I know this is a different network, but WeTV, y'all could have did that with Gabby and Chris. Y'all made a conscious decision to put this, we already dealing with toxic stuff. Y'all made a conscious decision to put this even more toxic situation on TV, because you know as much as we know. You had time to edit all of this out because you know that this relationship is over and done with, and that man was abusing that girl. You should have cut that out. Now you giving them, you know, attention and all this stuff. I just didn't like that. I don't like that. And I don't like the way, and let's just break it down for a second, because when I tell you there are people that should not be together, this is a prime case. Nothing is funny about Gabby and Chris' situation. It is one of the most dangerous ones that we've seen on this TV show in a minute, okay? Because at the end of the day, the stuff that they're doing to each other, and mostly what we seeing now, what she's doing to him, it's very, very like, when he explode, he's gonna explode. Okay, it's like you're pushing, you're antagonizing, you're doing so much. Okay, granted, we know what he did, and we know that he's probably a cheater or whatever, but at the same time, Gabby is the most immature person that I've seen in a long time. You did not pick this man up because you saw him talking on the phone with other women. I get it, okay. Now you playing with the plane at the train station. He already got to Jersey. You talk about something, I walked a couple of blocks, I turned around, and I said I wasn't coming. Okay, but you did pop up because you playing games, all right? Then he getting up in his feelings because he got to walk 5 blocks to the house or whatever. And, you know, he trying to understand where the car at. Where the car at. She said the car got to get fixed. And then it's the way that she be talking to the man, too. I got to get it fixed. What you think? What you think? And all this other stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, how much more can a person take? You know, granted, I'm not saying that she deserved to get her ass whooped, but what Chris should have did was walked away. And see, you in a and I feel like she's in this type of situation. She in this situation where Chris has to be at her house because she's paroled to him. He's paroled to her. And that's the only reason why he can't really go anywhere. And I feel like she's trying to put that over his head, like she got the rings or whatever. And now that he's home, he wanted to be in control or whatever, but she just won't let him and all this stuff, because if you do this, if you violate this, you're going to go back to jail. It's just stupid. The back and forth, it's just a freaking dangerous game that they're both playing with each other. And she's so freaking immature. It's just so irritating. You know, you don't want to let him up in the house. You let him sit out there, you get him mad at this and you get him mad at that. And this goes to show they should have never been together. They should have never been getting married at that. Oh, where's your ring? Where's your ring? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I threw it away because I was mad at you. You threw it away because you was mad at me? Well, where your ring at? I threw it away too. I said, what? Children play like that. These are not adults at this point. You know, you may be paying bills, you may be doing whatever, you may got your own place, but these are children games, okay? And I've seen kids that are way more mature than this, all right? Throwing the keys out the window, then you won't let him, you got him sleeping on the couch. I said, first of freaking all, Chris, go wash your ass. You've been traveling all from New York, from the halfway house to New York to New Jersey on all type of public transportations and dirty street. Please go wash your ass before you sit on my couch, okay? And then you got him thinking like, she got this apartment that I got her. She's sleeping on a $5,000 bed that I got her. She got the car that I got her, and I ain't got nothing. Cause Chris, you was dumb as hell for giving her that money. And he probably seeing that now. You were dumb as hell for giving her that money. And at this point, I just want them off the show because it's just not even cute. It's not cute at all. It's not cute at all. It is a nice day outside. I do want to go back outside. Y'all, it is so sunny out. It's so sunny out. I ain't even got the lights on in here, you know? Y'all remember the old place. Girl, they used to have to turn the light on because the natural light that was coming through really wasn't doing that. But anyway, moving on from that, let's get to the main people that's been causing a lot of stuff on social media. And I don't care what nobody say. The only reason why Monique and Derek are getting traction is not necessarily for Derek, it's for Monique. Because throughout this whole show, I ain't never seen a weekly post, multiple posts every week on this show about different couples or whatever ever since it's been on the Shade Room, nor the Neighborhood Talk blog, or any of these black blogs, okay? The only time and the only reason why they're on the blogs and stuff like that now is because we got this black couple with this overweight girl. That's just it. And our people can be cruel to each other, and you know, people in general, some of y'all can be cruel to bigger people and try to act like, oh no, we not saying it because of her weight or whatever, we saying it because she just dumb. No, the majority are saying it and making stuff because of her weight, but she is dumb. We could put, and I'm a big girl, so I can sympathize with a couple of other insecurities. But see, that's not gonna make me stop and being a big. And I'm gonna keep on saying this each episode. Being a big girl is not gonna make me stop from doing what I gotta do and seeking love and all that stuff, because I've had love. You know what I'm saying? I've been in, you know, positive relationships, and I know that they weren't playing me. It just didn't work out for other reasons, not because of the weight thing. But Monique, you making it sure. You making it seem and you making it put out there, got me stumbling over my words, that you really are very insecure about your weight. And I get it, but at the same time, if you're not doing nothing about it, and if you ain't got that confidence in yourself, that's only you to blame right about now, okay, boo-boo? That man trying to love you, apparently they still together. You know what I'm saying? Whether we want to believe that it's real or not, he's still with her for whatever reason he with her. We don't know, okay? But at the end of the day, mom, you making a fool of yourself. You are making a fool of yourself too, okay? Because listen, I ain't finna be tracking nobody every goddamn time they do something, all right? If I gotta do that because I'm insecure with myself, I don't need to be with nobody. And maybe, Miss Monique, you need to be by yourself and get your shit together, because this is not a good look for you, okay? We gonna put that weight shit to the side. It's just the way that you acting towards this man. I don't know what it is, girl. Do you feel like he playing you or something? Because it's just doing a lot. And then it's about to be a long distance relationship because you finna go back to Chicago, and I had forgot that she was from Chicago that quick. I said, girl, no. All right. We get from last week's episode where they had to go down there to the casino, you know, and people was getting upset like, girl, why would you pay $500 for some food and all that stuff? all that food. Y'all gotta understand, they weren't eating just like regular burgers and stuff like that, a little hot dog. Baby, that nigga ordered some rack of lamb, some king crab legs, some lobsters, all of this stuff, and didn't even eat all of it. Okay, so that stuff plus the tax plus the freaking tip or whatever came out to like $506. And then Monique, you said, I guess I paid. I said, what? Ma'am, I would have said, he gonna have to go back there and bust some suds, because it just ain't gonna be me. Okay, I pay my portion, you can pay your portion. All right, but she trying to treat her man. She spending all this money on that man and couldn't even get your nephew a freaking gift for his birthday. What? It would have been way cheaper. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. You go upstairs. You ain't want to go to the casino. But people was like, she ain't want to go to the casino because she ain't want that man spending all of her money and all that stuff, whatever. But at one point, he said, we ain't even got to go in there to do nothing. We could just go walk around or whatever. Monique, you just say you was tired and you just didn't want to go. You said your feet hurt. You ain't want to go in no shoes, or just say, you could put your foot down and say if it was about money, you ain't want to spend no money, okay? That's just what it is, and he'll have to deal with it. He can't force you to spend your own money. You started this situation, so you're gonna have to finish it. You started this situation by taking and providing for this man, taking care of and providing for this man. So now you put it out there, and so he just following your lead. And so you got yourself to blame for this stuff, okay? Because it do look like you trying to buy this man. I hate that it does look like that, but that's just what it is. Then she tell us, baby, they done went down there to the casino and he gonna get mad at her. He getting mad at her because he ain't have his ID. He ain't had no identification, so he couldn't get up in there. I said, oops, all of that for nothing, okay? Did y'all still go on that walk? I bet you didn't, So now they going looking. They go out. And they go to like a little gym. I said, what you going to the gym for? I thought, first, before that, they go open up a checking account or whatever. Go to the bank, get him a checking account and a savings account. Y'all know this whole time I ain't have a savings account, and I just opened me up a savings account like a couple of months ago or whatever. So I got a few $1,000s up in that, because I just had it building up in my. I said, bitch, what the fuck was you doing? I said, girl, I don't know. I could have been having interest coming through or whatever, but you live and you learn, so I'm good. But they get up in there and they trying to get the 2 identifications. Of course, you got to tell the man that you just got out of prison. And I'm just like, why do we have to keep on telling people that? But okay, he has a picture or whatever with his face and his information on there, but they need another form of identification. So he was like, babe, my birth certificate. Can I use my birth certificate? She was like, yeah. And he was like, you got my birth certificate? She was like, yeah, let me find it. Now, see, Monique, she sitting up there. Wait a minute. I'm trying to find. He said you got to go a little bit faster. Like, you be doing all this other stuff so fast, but now you trying to do this. You can't do it, so you doing. I can only do it as fast as the internet allow me. You right. Okay. So then they found the birth certificate. So he now got his little bank account or whatever. And he had a little check, I think like $9,000. Here go the teller, the guy that was helping. Oh, this is a lot. Is this, the stuff that you made out on the street or whatever? He was like, no. This is what I saved up in prison. Okay, I saved all my stuff up. It was like $9,000 or some stuff. I was sitting here like, why you asking him them questions? You still gonna put the money in the bank whether it's dirty or not? I don't know. It just felt weird and a little bit invasive. Why do you need to know where this cash come from? You finna call the cops? Because I just told you that I came out of jail. We got that. And so after that, they get out the bank or whatever. They going to a gym. And so his sister been trying to call him. And I think one of his sisters, Elizabeth, called him and was like, yo, so what's good? And he was like, listen, I'm just trying to let you know, like, I ain't even really trying to fuck with y'all right now. I'm just like got a lot of distractions that's going on. I'm up here trying to get my stuff together, get my situation together, be with my girl and all that stuff and woo. And so I guess, she was like, okay, that's cool. I get it, whatever. And they hung up. And then next thing you know, the sister texting what's her name, texted Monique, oh bitch, you wasn't here, whatever, when we was going through this, and you know, he was the one that was doing wrong and everything, and he the one that got himself up in there. He ain't ever do for this family, and you can't get mad at the family or whatever, because the other ones, they was real young when he went in and all this stuff, and I beat your fat messy ass and all this. And I was just like, oh my God. And ever since then, it was just, you know, the only cute part about this episode was Monique and Derek actually being up in the gym and they was working out. Now, see, I love shit like that, because even if I was smaller or whatever, I would love to do activities with my spouse like that, you know, my partner, whatever. Encourage me and I encourage you. Babe, let's go to the gym together. And don't make me feel like, oh, you a fat bitch, we gonna come up in here and we gonna work this shit out because I can't be with nobody like that. Give me encouragement or whatever. And I love the way that he did that. Truth be told, I know people feel like Derek kind of playing Monique, but at the same time, I like Derek. I don't know. He just come off as a nice guy. He probably scamming. I don't know. I don't want to put that out there, but girl, look at my aunt. Girl, I look. Like I ain't had no collarbone or something. But anyway, he looked like a decent guy. I can see the charm. I can see the charm, because baby, he winning me over. And I ain't even know. He winning me over, saying that, you know, I'm not seeing anything bad or negative coming from him that much, you know. Besides the fact that he ordered all that damn food and he wanted to spend her money at the casino. Okay. But at the same time, I'm sitting here like, that was cute. And he was like, so you gonna go ahead and get keep up with your junk stuff, whatever, when you go back to Chicago? She was like, well, how come I just can't, you know, stay here in Ohio with you? And he said, until I get my life together, until I get my apartment or place or whatever, it's going to be hell or whatever for both of us. And, you know, because of his sisters and all of that stuff. And she know it. She know it, because as soon as they get through and they get in the car, the sisters up there posting stuff about her, posting, calling her phone, threatening to fight her and all this stuff. And, you know, just being real messy and everything. And I'm just sitting here like, y'all fat shaming. And is that all that you got? Is that all that you got? And she said what we said. Y'all coming off really, really freaking weird. Okay? You're coming off really weird at the fact that, you know, you want all your brother's time now, but yet it's not in a way that it's like, I want to see you because I want to make up time because we haven't seen you in a minute. It's coming off like you want to fuck your brother. And I just don't understand what the dynamic is. And I know that they're related. Okay. I seen the episode of them on First 48 and what happened to their mother. You know, their mother unfortunately got killed on her birthday. It's First 48 season 15 episode 8, I believe. And you can find the episode probably on Hulu, but for sure on Peacock if you got that app. But it was a messed up story. It's like 6 of them. It was 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? But the way that they're coming off, it's just coming off like y'all not really related, and that you want to have, that y'all have something else going on. And I get that you want to see your brother or whatever, and I understand how it looks on Monique. Monique is basically like, whatever's going on ain't got nothing to do with me or whatever. That the issue that you got with your brother's with your brother. I ain't pulling him away from you. And I know people already think that, you know, Monique is vile and nasty for, you know, making it seem like she's trying to keep him away from them. But that's just not really the case that I'm seeing, because once again, we have to realize that he was telling her negative stuff about them, so that's where she's getting this perception about them from him. So it stems from him. And then we also see that he, from his own mouth, is telling them that he don't really want to rock with them right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, wow, even though you just got out of prison and you ain't seen them, you still don't want to see your people like that. The whole situation is funny and complicated and crazy looking. I just wouldn't be able to deal with it. But at the same time, Monique should have been, I feel like, Monique, you should have been in a position where you also still should have encouraged him to go see his family. Okay? You should encourage him to go see his family, regardless. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the fact that they coming at her throat like that, I understand where Derek is coming from. Like, get off of social media. Quit running at social media. Ignore it. You know, we with each other. That's all that matters. You ain't got to play into a whole bunch of stuff. And that's true. That's true to a certain extent. But you cannot expect somebody to not say something. We can keep quiet as long as we can until we can't. When it comes to the point where you calling my phone and you threatening me and you calling and calling and calling and calling, baby, at one point in time, I'm going to have to fucking say something. And we're going to have to meet up. But at the same time, they're both making idle threats, because ain't none of them finna go up and meet up and fight. And Monique, your ass damn sure ain't finna fight nobody, okay? You know, so like, stop that. Stop that. Y'all need to stop that. Because the women, the sisters, y'all acting really weird, okay? Really, really weird, you know? And I just don't understand what it is, okay? He trying to go see his auntie, his grandmama, his big mama, the great grandmama. She gone to church. So now he got to go see his grandmother, who is on her last, like her deathbed. And while they over there trying to see them, the cops keep rolling past. And then when they get into the car, it's this white car that's following them. And so I don't know if he's being paranoid or not. Baby, they almost get into a car accident. The whole situation with Derek and Monique is sad because I feel like people are focusing on her weight. But also, we got to understand that, bitch, Monique is just being like a typical woman who just got a man that we seen on this show. And the stuff that they do for them when they get out of jail. Like, you trying to keep this man. You're literally paying for this man. You going through all the motions. Because ain't no way in hell. Your sisters, your family coming in. Fuck this. Take this nigga if you want it. Okay? I'm not finna be doing all of that. You know? And why they got my number anyway? Why they got my number anyway? Like, And then I tell him, yeah, I ain't got to say nothing. But, baby, you need to put your people in check. And tell them to have some goddamn respect or don't talk to you. Because what they don't realize is that if you keep on telling me all this stuff or whatever, doing this and being disrespectful to my boo, how do you think that make me feel? You think that still want to make me come around to you? What's that going to do? Because now it got real personal with the sisters and Monique. And I'm like, why y'all so mad at her and not necessarily so mad at him and cussing him out too? Because he's the one that's telling her stuff about you. So it's just really weird, that whole situation. And at the end of the day, we just don't know what's going on, truth be told. But Monique and Derek still together. That's cute or whatever. Anyway, that's Love After Lockup. I had to give y'all a long review since I wasn't on time. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'll see y'all later on tonight. Peace.